What's going on, everybody? It's going for the latest news, and if you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get into SmackDown this past Friday. I want to start off by saying Happy New Year's to everyone. SmackDown was 3 hours this week. I didn't even notice it was a 3 hour show. It's kind of real quick and to the nitty gritty. Started off with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre came out there, and I thought he was gonna like kind of attack Cody Rhodes, but he gave Cody Rhodes a hug. Pretty much told Cody Rhodes that he's there to protect him, help him, or whatever that means. I call cap. I think Drew McIntyre just waiting for the perfect opportunity to get his on Cody Rhodes. He just going down a line with this whole revenge tour of whoever sides with the tribal chief Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? So he just pretty much starting off with the OG bloodline. I know him and Jay got some tension. He got tension with Jay, Jimmy, and Sami Zayn, or which he was going by saying Uso for that one particular night, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, he's just going down the line of who saw him with the tribal chief Roman Reigns. Starting with Jay, I guess. And then he's gonna work his way to well, he's pretty much done with Sami Zayn. He beat Sami Zayn 3 times, so those guys shouldn't have nothing else, no more involvements from here on out. Now it's just with Jay and Jimmy, which he gonna end up beating Jay. I believe they have a match at the Netflix special or whatever the case may be. So he's gonna end up beating Jay, I believe. I believe Drew McIntyre ain't gonna take no L for the remainder of this year, because this year's supposed to be pretty much the year of Drew McIntyre. I ain't gonna lie, it's supposed to be the year of Drew McIntyre, so I just can't wait to see how that plays out, along with Cody Rhodes or whatever the case may be, some way down the line. Also, Andrade and Nakamura had a match for the United States Championship, which Nakamura came out on top. LA Knight trying to get his get back, which he did partially within that night on Nakamura, so he's getting a rematch for the U.S. belt, I believe next week Friday. I don't know if they're gonna have him drop the title to Nakamura, but I don't know what they do with LA Knight if he take another L, and I also want to know what they do with Nakamura if he lose to LA Knight again, because like what sense would it make? For them to take the title of LA Knight to begin with, they're just gonna pretty much give it back to him, back to him from Nakamura, So I don't see that finishing with LA Knight winning the title. I don't know. I don't know what, but I don't know what plans they would have for LA Knight if he do lose again to Nakamura. Also, it was definitely it was Tiffy time Friday when she finally cashed in that Money in the Bank briefcase on Nia Jackson, which Nia Jackson and Naomi had a great match, and them two women got great chemistry together. I'm not gonna lie, I believe that's like one of their third matches within the course of last year. They had like 2 matches, and then this year was their first match. But in the course of the time frame, those two women had all 3 great matches. The chemistry those two women got in the ring is just tremendous. And then it was just a whole lot of unexpected things going on throughout the match. Tiffany Stratton actually helped Nia Jax retain against Naomi, but then they swerved us. She ended up attacking, Nia Jax with the briefcase, and then as y'all saw Bianca Belair, she hit her with the KOD. That movie is that woman is just so strong, and that movie, it was just so perfectly executed by Bianca Belair. But Tiffany Stratton took advantage of that, threw Bianca Belair out the ring. And she took her briefcase, and she said to the ref and them, I'm doing this shit. I was weak when she said that. They bleeped it out at first, but online it's kind of not bleeped out. But I already heard when she said it. I was laughing when she said it. I said, yeah, finally, shoot. So Tiffany Stratton is the women's championship for SmackDown. I'm hearing her future opponent may be Charlotte Flair. That would be I could see that being a great match as well. Um, uh, Charlotte Flair will be make her way back. I think around maybe the Rumble, or maybe sooner than that, to start a feud. I'm hearing with Tiffany Stratton on her comeback. Now would they have Tiffany drop the title to Charlotte Flair? I wouldn't do it. I would let Tiffany Stratton continue on her little run while she's young and still got time, to live out her career. Because Charlotte Flair, she really ain't got nothing else to prove. What, she's already a 13, 14 time, 15 time women's champion. Like, she's 37 years old. She's still a problem in her life. But she ain't really got nothing else to prove at this point. But, WWE is big on Charlotte Flair. And I get it. She's a big name. She's the daughter of Ric Flair. And she definitely made a name for herself over the years, minus all the injury setbacks she's been having over the past couple of recent years. But Charlotte Flair is definitely a big name. I know a lot of people not a fan of Charlotte Flair, but she's definitely a big name. She definitely made a name for herself. Also, the Bloodline went against the OG Bloodline later in the night. That was a alright match. I feel like the Naomi and Nia Jax should have been the main event. I mean, the Bloodline thing was cool. Drew McIntyre intervened or whatever the case may be, but I mean that could have been for the middle of the night, and the women's championship thing, because that was a little more exciting. I'm not even gonna lie. That should have ended the night or whatever the case may be. But I get it. The new bloodline up coming out on top. Solo Sokola caught Jay Uso with Samoan Spike on the ground. Caught him real good too. He caught him real good and then picked up the victory over Jay and the OG Bloodline. Solo Sokola pretty much was telling Paul Heyman in the middle of the night that he need him to hold Olafala, and if Roman end up winning, beating him, he gonna killing him as the tribal chief. But if he lose, not only does he gotta acknowledge Solo as the tribal chief, he gets the wise man as well. Solo was saying like, "Yo, you gonna be my wise man if I beat Roman Reigns in this tribal combat for the Ulafala. You gonna be my wise man. No ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, that's gonna be my favor for me to you, or whatever the case may be." So I don't know, man. I think Solo gonna end up beating the tribal chief Roman Reigns due to possibly definitely Drew McIntyre is probably gonna interfere in that match. He's on pretty much on Drew McIntyre's stopping ground. Drew McIntyre is still a Raw superstar, I believe. He's just been making these appearances on SmackDown, which is I guess they allowing it because he going after the original Bloodline. Well, not really, because Jay's on goddamn Raw too. The only one that's on SmackDown is Jimmy. So, but really, they making it seem like he was there for the champion Cody Rhodes to pretty much talk to Cody Rhodes, or whatever the case may be, I guess, because no, but the last couple of weeks Drew has been on SmackDown. So I don't know if they're gonna switch Drew from Raw to SmackDown somewhere down the line, because he's definitely been on SmackDown the last couple of weeks. But he also been on Raw as well. And I'm pretty sure he's definitely gonna be on Raw. They gonna have a lot of big names on Raw this tomorrow on the Netflix special. It's gonna be one hell of a show. Then I'm hearing The Rock, the Dwayne Johnson. He's already out in Los Angeles. That's where the show is taking place. He pretty much 20 minutes away from the stadium. So um yeah, I expect to see The Rock definitely make an appearance tomorrow night on the Netflix special. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. He has to be there, man. And he's going to be there. I already know that for a fact. That Netflix special show it's gonna be epic. I just hope when it go to Netflix, it don't be no buffering issues, because I know a lot of people is gonna be wanting to tune into that show. Even people that haven't watched in a while that got a Netflix subscription, they see it up there, they can like, oh wow, really? Well, I'm pretty sure people already heard about it. But like I said, they probably had people, returning fans, that would come back and watch the show now that it's on Netflix. So this is real big for WWE. Like I said, the shows went to 3 hours. It's gonna be 3 hours for the remaining, I believe, the remainder of the year, into further notice both Raw and SmackDown. So that's going to be a lot of wrestling again to get into, and a lot of reviewing to do as well. but it's worth it for the sake of WWE and what they got going on, because they definitely got some interesting storylines that's been going on as of late. That's been, starting off the new year pretty cool, and I know tomorrow night is definitely gonna. It's supposed to be one of the biggest nights of the year. This probably go down as one of the greatest Raw of the year, actually. But we still gotta, the rest of the year to determine that, because it could get better from here on out. They would have no choice but to keep the product better. They can't keep it. They can't go from being real good to back to watered down, because we ain't gonna be feeling that too much. And we definitely gonna let you know when the shit is whack. We gonna let you know when the show's not so good, or what need to improve, or if we don't understand what's happening, we gonna, us as reviewers, we gonna let you know. But so far so good. SmackDown started off good so far for the year. Like I said, that was a 3 hour show. It didn't feel like a 3 hour show. To me, it didn't, and to a lot of others, it didn't too. It was like a cool, selling show. They kept us in tune of what was going on. Shout out to Tiffany Stratton again from winning the women's championship. Hopefully they give her a nice little run with that championship. She was well over with the fans too. The fans loved them. Some Tiffany Stratton too. So she definitely gonna be, a great champion for the time that she's gonna be. Like I said, she's still young. I believe she was only like 22, 23. So she still got a whole career and life ahead of her. Even she was to lose the title, once, maybe twice. But I could see Tiffany Stratton being like at least a 3 to 4, possibly even more, 5-time women's championship if she end up losing the belt somewhere down the line. Which I hope it's not to Charlotte. I hope it's Charlotte end up passing the torch to Tiffany Stratton, the young blood of the business. Like I said, 'cause Charlotte, she got nothing else to really prove to the business. She's like already a 15-time women's champion, and she like, well, how long Charlotte been in the business? Like almost like 8 years, I believe, maybe 9. I could be, maybe 10. I could be wrong, but I know it's no more than 15 years, whatever the case may be. So she really ain't got nothing else to prove. But I'm not gonna lie, I would be happy to see Charlotte Flair back. I'm hearing that she's supposed to come back with a new, like a little new gimmick, or just a new look, I believe. From her previous look or whatever. They plan on giving her more of a heelish dark side look, I'm hearing, when she do return. So I can't wait to see how how that turns out. Maybe the fans would take Charlotte Flair a little seriously in a different way if she do change her character up a little bit. Sometimes a gimmick change do help the wrestlers at the end of the day. As you see Nakamura, it's kind of helping him a little bit in some way, shape, or form. I like the new character and interest from Nakamura. I'm not gonna lie, it fits him, his culture for him. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about SmackDown. For those of you that did see the show, great tag team match by DIY and Motor City Machine Guns, but that match ended in like a DQ because pretty deadly. And last month for Tasma came out and pretty much not intervened, but this caused too much discretion and into the ring and stuff like that. So they probably have some mixed tag team match for those championships. Possibly maybe next week Friday, maybe, because like I said, they got nothing but time now. The shows is now 3 hours, both Raw and SmackDown. Then I'm hearing that they're supposed to be giving talent some extra time to prove themselves and stuff like that. Give them more extra TV time, like talents that haven't been on the show in a while or haven't been getting no TV time. They're going to start giving those wrestlers some TV time with the much the time that they now acquire, with the 3 hour thing. So that's pretty cool in a way. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think Drew McIntyre is capping on with this whole Cody trying to help Cody thing? I think he's capping. I think he's just waiting for the perfect opportunity to attack Cody and possibly go for that championship. somewhere down the line, because Cody ain't losing that belt for a while, even not at the WrestleMania, but WrestleMania plans are still up in the air. Nobody really knows nothing. It's just speculations right now with WrestleMania, but I just can't wait to see how it plays out. Maybe the Raw from tomorrow night Netflix special would give us a little insight for maybe the Rumble, and possibly a little insight on Mania. Because as of right now, we know nothing about Mania. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all think about the show. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will be back here tomorrow night for the Netflix special. You guys have a good night.